Hello! Hello out there! Greetings! Welcome everyone to Whispers with Reinhardt!
Reinhardt? Reinhardt, why are you playing that trash? Didn't I give you what music to play already?
But this is Hasslehoff! There is nothing better to set the mood!
But you said you like Careless Whisper.
No, I said I'd rather play Hasslehoff, and you just ignored me!
Whatever, mate. Just remember to be sensual and whisper more often, for Christ's sake.
Fine, alright, mate! Just get out already!
Fine, then I will.
I'm truly sorry about that. Now on to today's episode. First, I will be telling some stories sent in by a fan.
It was a sunny day on the beach. Reinhardt had taken advantage of his victory over the payload and took some time to himself. Unlike his usual Crusader armor, he now wore a stretched-out red and white striped tank top, followed by stretched-out swim shorts. It seemed like they were almost too tight for him, but nobody decided to point this out to him, as for whatever reason he brought his large hammer with him. When he went to order hot dogs, a man took his place and stroked his large hammer. Who was this man? Reinhardt only saw him from afar and could not see his full person. "My friend, what are you doing?" declared Reinhardt. He was very friendly despite his large appearance and didn't want to cause such a big fuss in public. As he approached the man who took his future tanning spot, the man turned back at him. Reinhardt's eyes widened. The man's chest hair danced with the gust of winds that came when he was revealed to Reinhardt. His body glimmered as sweat dripped down his forehead. After glancing him up and down, it was clear to Reinhardt that this was his role model. This was David Hasslehoff, the man that he made his own action figures of and had posters all in his room.
And secretly on his Crusader armor when he was alone. "Hello, Reinhardt,"
Hasslehoff said. He knew who Reinhardt was, and this made Reinhardt extremely happy. "Hasslehoff, how are you? How would you like to take hold of my hot dog?" Reinhardt offered his hot dog. It was covered in a ketchup and mustard. Hasslehoff shook his head and lifted his red Speedo up, allowing it to hit his sides with a loud smack. Reinhardt blushed. It wasn't often somebody got to meet the role models they admired for years. Hasslehoff held his hand out, staring at Reinhardt and pointing to the ocean.
"Come, Reinhardt, we must go."
Letting go of his hand, Hasslehoff ran to the sea in slow motion, like the SpongeBob movie, of course. His Speedo flew off, and Reinhardt stared at Hasslehoff's hiney. "I will join you in glory!" It was soon announced that Reinhardt became the next Hasslehoff, and David's official husband. They adopted 2 children, one being a man shaped like an egg, whom enjoyed being called Papa Eggums, or perhaps even Humpty Dumpty. They have spent over $4,000 on beds to this day. Their story will certainly continue someday. And that someday is right now! It hadn't been long since Reinhardt became David Hasslehoff's beloved. The man was happy, and so was David. Their children, Eggums and Reinhardt, had been staying with extended family for the month. The reason? David and Rein were having their first honeymoon, and they wished to make it special. Rein heard from Genji about Hanamura, and how its beautiful cherry blossom trees were perfect for picnics. Or that's what Rein assumed. A picnic was exactly what he had in mind for their first activity, but he hadn't known if David would like it. It was certainly worth a shot. He made the food himself, although it was not perfect. He only needed David to enjoy the sweet, delicious mayonnaise-covered sandwich. Donning his Crusader armor again, Rein took David under one of the many pink-leaved trees, setting a quilt under the ground. He sat David down and then sat in front of him.
"Reinhardt, what is this?"
David asked, although it was obvious what Ryan was doing. It wasn't the first time someone had a picnic with him, but David never thought it was special with them. Being with Ryan was a different feeling. Ah, Hasslehoff, I've made foodstuffs for you. This is one of the first times I've made food. I hope you do enjoy, he said in his usual calmly manner. When opening the basket he packed, the food was burnt, but that wasn't going to stop David from eating it. It was food his husband made, so why not? Taking hold of the grilled cheese sandwich, David took a bite and chewed. Although the bread was burnt, it still tasted like grilled cheese. But to make Ryan feel special, David replied with,
"Oh my, Ryan, I love it. I've never had such a delicious sandwich before."
With his helmet off, Ryan's face glimmered with happiness. He smiled and said, "Thank you, Hasslehoff." That was, alas, the only thing Ryan could make for the picnic.
"Why did you not make another for yourself?"
David asked. Ryan only made one sandwich for David. "I wanted you to be pleased, and I could only make one sandwich as good as that," said Ryan. But after Ryan spoke, David held the remaining half of the sandwich to Ryan.
"Please, have the rest of my half. We are a couple. Equivalent exchange is what we do."
Ryan began to turn red, similar to all the times he always does around David. "Thank you, Hasslehoff." Ryan ate the remaining half of the sandwich offered by David. He couldn't help but keep smiling, but after he did eat, he took David's hand. "Come, David, I have places to show you." Ryan took David all around Hanamura. First he started in the arcade, but Ryan destroyed most of the machines because he couldn't win any prizes for David.
The machines wouldn't stop cheating.
There was one last place for the two of them in Hanamura to visit. There was a large bell in the middle of the open room. But that wasn't what he was showing David. The view is what he showed him, although it was easy to fall over, so Ryan held David close. "These days have been the greatest of my life, David." David looked up to him.
"Likewise, my love."
Looking out at the view, both of their hands locked even tighter. But Ryan looked to David again. "This trip has been nice, but I feel I could have done more for you."
Slight sadness was behind his voice, but David shook his head and smiled to Ryan. "Anywhere with you, Reinhardt, is where I will be the happiest." They spent the whole night together, enjoying the view. Cherry blossom leaves blew past them, and their journey to Hanamura for their first honeymoon was shortly ended. But Ryan had more in store. He planned to show David more of the places he traveled to, and maybe even take their children next time. "Thank you for the interesting story. Perhaps some of the older gents wish to woo someone in their life. Here are some quirky one-liners. Cheers, cavalry! The love is here! How about I take you home and show you my medicine cabinet? My arteries aren't the only things that have hardened. Do you know how strong an artificial hip is? No? Me neither, but enough to break the ice. I would sink my teeth into that booty, but they might just stay there. How about I take you back to my place where we can get into a heated argument about social security? My teeth and I no longer sleep together, but you and I definitely should. Getting lucky usually means finding my car in the parking lot, but tonight you can change that. My war buddies over there bet I wouldn't be able to start a conversation with the most beautiful girl in the room. Want to buy some drinks with their money? How would you like to help me feel like a young man again? I might be a retired photographer, but I can still picture us together. If I had to choose between breathing and loving you, I'd take my last breath to say, I love you. Are you a cat lady?
Well, I am the cat whisperer, because I know exactly what that pussy needs. You must be a garden, because I'm digging you. After I retired, I have spent a lot of time gardening, but now all I can think about is putting your tulips and my tulips together. Did I tell you I'm filthy rich and my mother is dead? Is your name Viagra? 'Cause I don't think they will be able to close my casket after a night with you. Just wait until you see the size of my,
Social security check.
Baby, is your name cholesterol? Because you send my blood pressure skyrocketing. Hello there, how would you like to be in my will? Your company is so delightful, I'm contemplating putting on a new battery in my hearing aid. Where have you been all my life? Oh wait, you weren't born yet. And that, everyone, has been Whispers with Reinhardt. Thank you all for coming.
What the bloody hell was that?
Oh, what now? Did you forget your Vegemite?
Don't you talk back to me, you drongo. What was that? Cheers, cavalry, the love is here. That's not sexy. That's bollocks.
Well, I just wanted to come up with something.
I bet it's that David Hassel-cunty crap. It's frying that frail brain of yours.
All right, that's it. You could say or do whatever you like to me, but don't you ever dare make fun of Hasslehoff! Junkrat? Mate? I've got a bomb with your name on it! Okay, something's very wrong. Anna, play us out! Okay, come here, junkie. Let's just get you to Mercy. You're going to be just fine. Maybe.